scenario. Will our users even care? Cause the redraw's not an issue when they've got cycles to spare. The architecture's brilliant, this design ain't gonna fail. Cause the problem's not the code, it's string, the keyboard, and the chair. It's an undocumented feature, did you even read the spec? Because I tried it yesterday and it ran just fine and check. Is it really such an issue? It won't cause electric shock. It works, it works, it works on my box.
Hi everyone, I'm Alan Page, this is BJ Rawlston and Ken Johnston, and we're the authors of How We Test Software at Microsoft. We're really excited that the book is translated into Korean and want to just say hello and talk a little bit about the book. BJ and I work in engineering excellence at Microsoft. It's a group that we consolidate and share best practices as well as do some training across Microsoft. And Ken he's formerly engineering excellence, but now working over in
Office.
In Office Online? What would I call that?
Well, we have Office Online. I focus mostly on the services over there.
Yeah.
Office 14 is going to come out soon.
Very cool. And Ken, as you know, is the author of the chapter on software plus services in the book. The reason for the book and how kind of the book came about was, well, first of all, there are a lot of great books on testing already out there, and we struggled a little bit with why another book on testing, but what we really wanted to share was not just a book how to test, but a book kind of gathering some of the testing techniques we found useful at Microsoft and showing a lot of practical examples of how we've used those techniques, approaches, and tools, and also share a lot of anecdotes and stories about testers at Microsoft and kind of how we've gone about testing software over the last 20 years at Microsoft.
Well, and it's really great. I mean, like you and I have talked, the day the book came out, we hovered on Amazon. The day we got the first review, we all had to read it. And since then, there have been a lot of reviews posted on blog sites, some on some of the Amazon websites. And it's really exciting. You know, there's been critique, and we've addressed some of the critique, and if we get a chance to do a second edition, who knows. But a lot of positive feedback, especially on some of the detailed chapters on functional test techniques and boundary value analysis. Some comments where people have really loved the internal stories and the practical advice. And I think practical is kind of the word we were looking at in capturing all of this information. Because again, there's no one way of testing at Microsoft. There's a lot of techniques, and you have to be practical on which ones you apply in which situation. And it's just been, the reviews that we've gotten have been not just from the US, they've been from around the world.
Alan and Ken and I frequently speak at international conferences around the world, and hopefully someday we'll be able to see you there, or perhaps see you at a conference in Korea. We'd especially like to thank Acorn for publishing this book, and also the testing experts Wonil, Kong-sung, Min-young, Yoon-myung, and Yong-gu, who translated this book into Korean.
Yeah, it's great. We're once again, I want to reiterate that we are just super excited that the book is going to be available in Korea, translated into Korean, and we hope that many of you read it and enjoy the book. And as you know, Ken was talking about feedback, please keep the feedback coming. We'd love to hear what you think. Thanks.
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 Scenario, will our users even care? Cause the redraw's not an issue when they've got cycles to spare. The architecture's